Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Sale e Pepe by Strosahl. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, so in each row, each column, and each 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. All right, we have V sums in the grid, so V is just Roman numeral for 5. Makes it easy to remember that these are sums, so the two cells that the V's touch must sum to 5. These sum to 5, these sum to 5, these sum to 5, these sum to 5. We also have crop key in the grid. So digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. So for example, this was 2, this could be 1, 1 and 2 are consecutive, or 3, 2 and 3 are consecutive. They never care about the order, just that the two digits taken together are consecutive. If they're separated by a black dot, they have a 1 to 2 ratio. Good way to think about that is 1 is exactly double the other. So if this was 2 again, this could be a 1 because 2 is double 1, or this could be a 4 because 4 is double 2. Again, order doesn't matter. Not all the dots are necessarily given. So if I had, say, 2, 4 here, there could have been a black dot there. There is not, and that is perfectly fine. The black dots just tell you about the two cells that they touch. Same with white dots. All right, and that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. Okay, so V's, I'm just going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 in there to remind myself that it's either going to be 1 plus 4 or 2 plus 3. You can't put 5s or 6s on a V. Wonder how that affects this black dot, because something about black dots is you're always going to have one low digit, at least one low digit, and then at most one high digit. So you could have 1 or 2 low digits. What's a low digit? A 1, 2, or a 3. The reason for that is you're doubling it. So if you think about what the lowest digit on the black dot might be, right? If the lowest digit was a 1, then we would double it to make a 2. If the lowest digit was a 2, we'd double it to make a 4. And if the lowest digit was a 3, we'd double it to make a 6. And that's as far as we can go. 4 would double to 8. There's no 8 in this puzzle. So we're always going to have a 1, 2, or 3 on this black dot. Well, we also know that we have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. So in total, whichever one ends up 1, 2, 3, it's not necessarily this one. It could be this one. Notice that that does make a 1, 2, 3, 4 quad. And so actually, probably a much simpler question we can ask, other than noticing that, is where do 5 and 6 go in the column? Well, 5 cannot go on a black dot, because we can't double it to 10 and we can't have it to 2.5. So the 5 has to end up exactly there in the column. And now we know the 6 ends up on the dot. And with the 6, we must put a 3 because we can't double it, so we have to half it. So none of these are 3, meaning this is not a 2, 3 to add to 5. It is a 1, 4, meaning this can only now be 2, and that has to go with a 3 to add to 5. Now 2 can be next to 1 or 3, but there's already a 3 here. So that has to be a 1. And then that leaves 4, 6 pair here. Okay, so this top sees 1, 2, and 3. So this can only be a 4. I don't know what happened. Did I not put 1, 2, 3, 4 on that? Anyway. And so it has to be 4 plus 1. And then that leaves behind a 5, 6 pair here. And then this has to be a 2, 3 pair. All right, this 1, 4 here has told us that this is a 2, 3 adding to 5. And again, okay, well, this is going to have to be extreme, right? It can't be another 2, 3. So if this is a 2, this has to be 1. This is a 3, this has to be 4. That's what I mean by extreme. And that leaves the 5, 6 pair for here. 5 would have to, so 6, so let's put it this way. One of these will be 6, and that's going to have to go with a 5. So there's definitely a 5 in one of these two cells. Putting a 5 down here somewhere. I'm wondering if I can get something out of this black dot, but let's hold off on that for a second. 5 is one of these two, and then the other one is going to be consecutive with the 5, but we know it can't be the 6, because the 6 is here in the 3, 6 pair. So actually, we can just say that this is a pair. The 5 is going to have a 4, and the 6 is going to have a 5. So it's a 4 or 5 pair. Now, if this was a 4, this would have to go to 3, because it can't go to 5. This is a 4 or 5 pair. And if this was a 5, it would have to go to a 6, because it couldn't go to the 4, because, again, the 4 or 5 pair. So, all right, and this means this is 1 and 2. This 1 tells us that's 2, and that's 1. And then up here, the 2 tells us this is 2, and the last digit's a 3. For certain definitions of last digit. So what can this be? This has to be 1, 2. That's all that's left. So that 1 tells us that's 2, and that's 1. So actually, I guess this black dot was part of a different path forward, because we didn't need to use it. Anyway, that's 1 and 4. That's 3 and 2. That's a 6. That's 5. That makes that 6. We get the 4 and the 5. We get 3 and 6. We get 4 and 6. We get 5 and 6. We're just wrapping up here. We need 3, 4, 5 down here. 3x to go there. That means the 5's there and the 4's there. And then up here we need 1, 5, 6. So we have the 1, the 5, and the 6. And we're done. All right. Cool puzzle. I enjoyed that, Strosahl. I think there were opportunities to color the V's and other opportunities like that. But I just kind of made my way through the puzzle. I found a nice break in this column here. So cool. Well, let me know how you did if you approach this differently. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.